Hey Wizard fans, Stephanie here and welcome to my video montage of treasure cards that are commonly used in max level 1v1. For each treasure card, I will show a picture of the card, give a description of it, and then show the card in action during an actual ranked match. I hope this will be helpful for people who are fresh out of PvE and just aren't that familiar with PvP cards. I also hope this will be entertaining for experienced PvP players, because these cards are usually cast during tempo changes, so sit back and enjoy! Fire Beetle. This spell does a small fire attack and leaves 3 fire traps. Firegut. This spell does a fire attack and gives an ice and storm shield. Coldiron. This spell does an ice attack and leaves a fire and storm shield. Icebird. This spell does a small ice attack and gives an ice blade. Thunderbird. This spell does a storm attack and leaves 3 traps. Storm Beetle. This spell does a small storm attack and gives a blade. Lightning Elf. This spell is a storm damage over time. Stormbird. This spell does a storm attack and gives a storm shield. Rocketstove. This spell does a storm attack and gives a myth and death shield. Chimenea. This spell does a myth attack and gives a fire and storm shield. Yellow Troll. This spell does a small myth attack and leaves a myth trap. Rat Illusionist or White Rat Magician. This spell does a small myth attack and gives a myth damage bubble. Brown Spider. This spell does a small life attack and gives a life damage bubble. Brulee Sucre. This spell does a life damage over time and also gives a heal over time. Life Scarab. This spell does a small life attack and leaves a life trap. Death Scarab. This spell does a small death attack and leaves a death trap. Red Ghost. This spell does a small death attack and gives a death damage bubble. Death Bat. This spell does a death damage over time for 1 pip. Deadly Minotaur. This spell does 2 death attacks, the second bigger than the first. Kettleblack. This spell does a death attack to all enemies and leaves a life shield. There is also a life version of this spell called Potboiler. Midnight Sprite. This spell does a small death attack and leaves a trap. Add Juju. This card is not currently auctionable, but it can be traded. It's a death self-hurt spell that gives a minus 90% weakness. Empower, Dark Pact, and Sacrifice. These are death self-hurt spells that give pips, a blade, and health respectively. Franklinstove. This spell does a balance attack and leaves a firestorm and ice shield. School-specific triple shields like Stonewall, Cloudwall, and Firewall. Freeze or Stun. This spell stuns the opponent to buy you an extra turn. Myth Banshee. This spell does a small myth attack and stuns the opponent for 1 round. Black Mantle. This spell can be used to try and make your opponent fizzle if they have stun blocks up. Triage. This spell removes a damage over time like Burning Rampage, Spinosaur, Bone Dragon, or the Myth King Artorias. Shift. This spell moves a damage over time from you to the opponent for 3 pips. Last but not least, enchantments can be used to create treasure card versions of your trained spells so you can draw them more easily. Now you might be wondering, where do I go to get these cards? Well, some of them you have to train a certain spell and then use a mutate spell on it. For example, the Midnight Sprite card is created by training life to Sprite and then using this mutate card on it. Other cards you can get at the bazaar. They come from boss drops, packs, gardening. If you're interested in where they originally come from, you can check the Wizard101 wiki. You can also trade cards with other players. On Wizard101 Central, there is a sub-forum for treasure card trading. I will also be doing a treasure card giveaway when I reach 50 subs, so if you want to be in the loop for that, subscribe and I will post more details. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. It would mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching.